Okay, now let's take another look at this figure that I've drawn. And I want to show you something really cool. Right here we have angle BAC. Okay, so I want to write this up here. Angle BAC. And angle BAC equals 60 degrees. Pretty cool. Now, because we know that this is a right angle and this is a right angle, that tells us that these two lines are parallel. If these two lines are parallel, then as this line goes through, if it hits a 60-degree angle here, guess what? Angle EDF is also 60 degrees. Now, that only happens because of the fact that these two lines are parallel. If these lines were not parallel, these angles would not be the same. But because they're parallel, this angle is the same as this angle. So if we know that this angle is 60 degrees, and say I put point G over here, now I've got angle GAB, right? Angle GAB. Okay? So if angle CAB or BAC, doesn't really matter as long as the A is in the middle, right? Is 30 degrees, how do we know what this angle is right here? That's a tricky one, isn't it? Well, we know that if we measure from point C all the way to point G, that's called a straight angle, otherwise known as a straight line, and it has 180 degrees. So if this is 180 degrees and this is 60 degrees, what does that make this angle here? Exactly. Angle GAB is 120 degrees. And that also means that angle HDE, is also 120 degrees. How are we doing so far? 120 plus 120 is 240. 240 plus 60 is 300. 300 plus 60 is 360. There it is. That can be measured because this missing angle right here is whatever's left over of the 180 it takes to get from one point on the line to another point on the same line. So we used up 60 of it. That means there was 120 of it left. And that's how we can use basic algebra to solve, right? So if angle CAG is a straight angle, let's call it angle GAC, okay? We like to read from left to right. GAC equals 180 degrees, which is a straight line. A straight angle, we call that, even though it's really not an angle at all, is it? Well, if that's 180 degrees, and we know that angle BAC is 60 degrees, then that just becomes 180 minus 60 equals 120 degrees. Pretty cool, huh? There's a lot to think about in this. We see a lot of different lines. If this goes all the way and connects with this, it'll close this. Well, this shape's already closed right here. We're going to talk about closed shapes in another video. That's where we get into quadrilaterals and squares and rectangles, rhombuses or rhombi, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I got to look at that. Rhombuses, triangles, all those different shapes that happen when lines intersect and close in a shape. Very good.